Nach einem arbeitsreichen Tag seid du und Paimon bereit für die tägliche Routine hinter der Küche. Es sei denn, es kommen Gäste vom wählerischen Geschmack und strengen Anforderungen. Tja, könnte doch gut und gerne sein, dass jetzt mal welche aus Inazuma kommen. Auf jeden Fall 3 Gerichte müssen wir jetzt dann noch kochen.
Is but a backdrop of constant motion.
Morning. The boss tells me that both new and returning customers have nothing but good things to say about you. I have to admit, I was a little worried about throwing you right into the deep end, but it looks like you've got what it takes to handle the day-to-day here. So it should be plain sailing. Well, just as long as we don't run into any extremely picky customers with unreasonably specific requests.
Ja, und da kommt jetzt Farusan ins Spiel. Besuch aus Sumeru. Okay, damit hätte ich natürlich auch schon rechnen können. Aber ja, ich hatte jetzt eher mit Leuten aus Inazuma gerechnet.
Oh, have you had someone like that before?
Of course. The worst are those old scholars who have barely cooked a day in their life, but think reading a stack of books on the topic makes them the expert. They criticize you for no reason, claiming your cooking method isn't faithful to the original, or that the flavor profile isn't authentic because you used an ingredient that wasn't in their beloved centuries-old version of the recipe.
This is Wang Shuin. It does have the look and feel of a time-honored establishment.
Ah, diese Stimme.
Oh, innkeeper! We'll have each of your signature dishes, please, as fast as you can serve them. The most expensive ones. Farzan! Oops, Madam Farzan. Oh my. Traveler, Paimon, whatever are you doing here? We could ask you the same thing. Where'd you suddenly get the funds to go sightseeing? And to order the most expensive things on the menu? I'm not here to sightsee. Exemplary scholars like myself are highly sought after by cruise operators in need of an onboard consultant as they travel the world. Madam Farzan, please, slow down. None of us slept last night. How come Madam Farzan still has so much energy? If she's really over 100 years old, I don't understand how she keeps going. It's all my fault. She's been like this ever since I told her I'd be paying the expenses.
Ist ja immer auch ein sehr interessantes Trio. Farusan, Frau Farusan, Layla und Dory.
Layla! And Dory? Huh. Never would have bet on this combination.
Wie auch immer, ihr solltet euch eine Weile ausruhen. Du führst die 3 zu ihren Plätzen und erklärst ihnen, dass du derzeit im Gasthaus arbeitest.
Chef, huh? Wow. No rest for the wicked. Well, if the chef here is trusting you to run his whole kitchen, then I've got no doubt we're in for some authentic Liyue specialties. So, why are you all in Liyue again? Something about being an onboard consultant? I got my hands on a new boat from Fontaine a while ago, equipped with cutting-edge navigation technology. If we manage to spread the word, it could have huge business potential. Right now, we're doing some test runs. We sailed from Port Ormos to Rito, then from Rito to Liyue Harbor. Next, we're planning to go to Dornman Port.
Stimmt, den Hafen von Mondstadt habe ich ehrlich gesagt total vergessen gehabt jetzt. Der müsste dann theoretisch ja mit dem nächsten Versionsupdate ja endlich mal hinzukommen. Dornmanns Hafen. Ja, das müsste jetzt eigentlich wohl endlich dran sein. Der Hafen von Mondstadt.
Oh, Madame Farzan and me were hired to fine-tune the compass and other equipment.
We sailed around the Sea of Clouds all of last night to put the system through some stress testing.
Also illegale Überstunden.
Overtime for which they'll both be fairly compensated. They're both here willingly. The contract is crystal clear on that.
You really cover all your bases, don't you? Let Paimon guess. Paying the expenses is part of the compensation, isn't it? No wonder Madame Farozan is going for all the most expensive dishes.
It's not every day someone tells you to order whatever you like. Now, first up, we'll have the...
Farzan, Madam Farzan, that is. While I am more than happy to treat you both to the most expensive dishes on the menu, we must remember that most expensive does not always mean best. I've heard that the most expensive dishes in Liyue are usually either seafood-based or take an exceptionally long time to prepare. Now, I don't know about you two, but after so many days at sea, I don't think I can so much as look at another piece of seafood again for at least the foreseeable future.
Huh. That's actually a good point.
Not to mention that poor Layla here looks like she's about to faint from hunger.
Huh? Oh, that's not because of hunger.
Surely the wise and virtuous Madame Farzan could not bear to watch her poor students sit here and waste away.
Oh, well, of course I care about my students' well-being, but why do I feel like I'm being tricked?
So, let's not order anything that'll take too long to prepare. Aside from that and seafood, we'll take whatever other expensive dishes you have. Over to you, Traveler.
Na gut, doch mal ran an die Arbeit. Besorgen wir den dreien ein leckeres Gericht, was der Sack nicht allzu lange dauert.
So, expensive, but no seafood, and nothing that takes too long to cook. That rules out pretty much our entire menu. Do these people get a kick out of being impossible to please?
Ugh, that Dory! Is she doing this on purpose?
Ich wette, das tut sie.
This isn't Liuli Pavilion or Xinhua Kiosk. This is Wangshu Inn. We don't stock up on rare and exotic ingredients. We only get them in if someone puts in a special reservation. Well, if we're stuck with regular ingredients and we're on a time limit, there's only one way to bump up the price. And that's by cooking a dish that uses the chef's expertise and creativity to the fullest. As it happens, I know a recipe for something called trembling strings and rushing reeds. It can be whipped up quickly with what we already have in the kitchen. One plate usually goes for 30,000 mora.
30,000? But if it's quick to make and isn't fancy, what exactly makes it so special?
Quick doesn't have to mean quick and easy. To perfect this dish, you need expert knife work and very precise control over the heat. You have to finely slice several different types of meat into fine threads, knead them together into strips, then gently stir-fry them in the pan. What you end up with is a whole variety of flavors that come through layer by layer. This dish is unique in offering a harmonious blend of multiple kinds of meat, all cooked to perfection, while still bursting with their own distinct flavors. Do it right, and you've got a culinary masterpiece in your hands. But if you botch it, it's just a bunch of meat thrown on a plate.
Oh, Paimon gets it now! So this dish gets its value not from the ingredients, but the chef's expertise!
Glaubst du, ich kriege das hin?
Now, don't worry. I can take care of the kneading and other prep work for you. You just focus on bringing it all together.
Believe in yourself. You can do this! And if you mess it up, Paimon will still be happy to eat it.
Da bin ich mir sicher. Also gut, dann ran an die Arbeit. Die zitternden Saiten und trillernde Flöten. Hört sich irgendwie so an, als würden diese Gerichte von einem Adepten stammen. Eine äußerst komplexe Delikatesse mit vielfältigen Geschmacksrichtungen. Bestehend aus Schichten verschiedener Fleischsorten, die erst geknetet oder dann gebraten werden. Obwohl mit einfachen Zutaten zubereitet, ist dieses Gericht einzigartig in seiner Kreativität und Komplexität, wenn es um die Zubereitung geht. Dies macht es zu einer seltenen Delikatesse für Gourmets auf der Suche nach dem ultimativen Gaumenschmaus. Ein Sprichwort Lewis besagt, 5 Seiten hat die Zither, 7 Löcher hat die Flöte. Und so kommt es auch, dass das Gericht Zitternde Saiten und trillernde Flöten mit 5 Fleisch- und 7 Gemüsesorten zubereitet wird. Allerdings ist es zu bezweifeln, dass jetzt irgendein Koch ein so kompliziertes Gericht zubereiten könnte, wie es in der Geschichte beschrieben wird. Na gut, wir machen's. Her mit meinem Messer. Schritt 1, schneiden. Gut, schneiden abgeschlossen. Nächster Schritt, mischen. Mission Impossible. Moment. Wieso zum Henker klappt das ehrlich gesagt da jetzt nicht? Okay. Wir haben jetzt wirklich erst das perfekte Timing gebraucht. Gut, Gericht beendet. Dann wechseln wir doch mal die Dekoration. Ja, das sieht doch gut aus. Zitternde Saiten und trillernde Flöten. Das sieht doch nach einem schönen Gericht aus. Da wünsche ich mal jetzt guten Appetit.
Food's ready. Please enjoy.
Ooh, smells delightful.
Oh, we meant to ask, have you two eaten breakfast yet? If not, why don't you join us at the table?
Did Dory just offer us a free meal? When did she become so generous?
Let's not forget that the biggest business deals are always settled over a meal. Come on, come on, come on, sit down and join us. Everyone, dig in. This dish looks simple enough, and I did my research, so surely it can't cost all that much. Worst case scenario, maybe 10,000 mora?
This dish had better be worth working overtime all night for. Well, traveler, this is the moment of truth.
Oh, so tired. So sleepy. I just want to eat up and get to bed.
Alle beginnen zu essen und jeder ist in seinem eigenen Tempo dabei.
Foul? Oh, wait. No, the texture is more like shroom boar.
There's a different flavor in every bite. And the discerning palate might detect a hint of something smoked, too. Quite marvelous. How is this made?
Also die Rauchnote stammt vom Schinken. Ich habe Schinken hinzugefügt.
Ham? but I don't see any ham anywhere. Oh.
Haha! So you've noticed. Yep, every single strip is needed from several different kinds of meat. Paimon and Yanxiao put in a lot of effort to make it just right.
So I'm not an expert or anything, but don't different meats have different cooking times? How is everything in this dish cooked to perfection?
Well, you see, that's a trade secret.
Alles eine Frage der Übung.
Wow. So this dish really is one of a kind. That makes the whole trip worth it. By the way, does this special dish have a name?
Ah! Paimon forgot to mention that part. The dish is called Trembling Strings and Rushing Reeds, alluding to the way that the different threads of meat are woven together. And also,
The complex layers of flavor, yes? Akin to the harmonies of a musical ensemble? The name, if I'm not mistaken, is a Liyue idiom that evokes a vigorous orchestral performance featuring both stringed and wind instruments playing together. Quite an apt name for this dish.
how did you know all that?
Every student has to master at least 20 languages before they graduate. Wait, is that not a requirement anymore?
Huh? Oh, that used to be a thing?
Oh, Paimon almost forgot that you're also from Haravatat.
So, anyway, how much does this dish cost?
Oh, don't worry, not too much. That'll be 30,000 more, please and thank you.
30,000? About that, Paimon, traveler, I merely invited you to join us at the table, did I not? I don't believe I committed to paying for you. So, perhaps we could split the bill accordingly?
Oh, Paimon knew it was too good to be true.
Tja, 30.000 Moras für den großen Herrn Sangema Bay doch kein Betrag.
Yeah, as a famous merchant, you've got a reputation to uphold.
But every single mora matters, you know? All right. I'll just consider that the cost of learning about this dish. Once I'm back in Sumeru, I'll be sure to find someone to help me recreate the dish. And then I'll make it all back.
Gut, also müssen wir jetzt erstmal wieder mit den lächelnden Yan Xiao sprechen. Aber zuvor natürlich erst auch noch mit unseren Gästen.
I feel so much better now that I've gotten some food in me. Delicious food really does wonders for one's spirits.
Ich hätte nie gedacht, dass du eine so anspruchsvolle Mission übernehmen würdest.
My advisor said that young people shouldn't stay cooped up in the academia all the time. They told me that I should take the chance to get out and see the stars in other skies. Maybe I can think of it as my first internship experience. But it sure is exhausting.
Now, how should I justify a high price tag for a dish without any fancy ingredients? Maybe start by giving it a fancy-sounding name?
Naja, übrigens, dein eigentlicher Grund, das Gasthaus Wangshu zu wählen?
I should have known you'd see through me. Everyone was exhausted and seasick when I made the offer last night, so I figured they probably wouldn't be able to eat all that much today. Well, you saw how that turned out. I tried placing some limitations on the order to keep costs under control, but you still found a way around my schemes. That's what I get for not thoroughly researching the market beforehand.
Hey, you're not even paying those too much of a salary. Just treat them fairly next time and don't be so stingy.
Du hast gut reden, Paimon. Du schmarotzt doch, wann immer sich dir die Gelegenheit bietet.
Well, yeah, but that's why Paimon's qualified to talk about this.
Tja, auch eine Ansichtsweise.
Even though I didn't get to try Adeptus Temptation or Bamboo Shoot Soup, this trembling strings and rushing reeds was still quite impressive. Thank you for making it.
Wer hätte gedacht, dass du meine Mission annimmst, die nichts mit Ruinen zu tun hat?
Well, about that. Even though newfangled contraptions are hardly my cup of tea, Dory's offer was quite enticing. She said that every time we stopped at a new harbor, I'd be free to go and pick out some ancient books at the market and bring them back to Sumeru. I couldn't resist an offer like that. So I offered to join for the lowest possible pay to undercut all my Kasharawar competitors.
Mit hoher Wahrscheinlichkeit gab es nicht sehr viele Konkurrenten.
We're off to a good start this morning. Keep up the good work. I'm counting on you.
Paimon und du arbeiten bis zum Feierabend durch und bedienen unzählige Gäste. Und wir haben ein neues Rezept erhalten. Okay, und jetzt, Freunde aus der Ferne, warte bis zum nächsten Tag 6 bis 8 Uhr. Tja, da wollen wohl jetzt, einige Leute, Mittagessen. So, sind unsere neuen Gerichte eigentlich hier auch schon irgendwo? Wir hätten hier eine Super-Duper-Pizza. Aber unsere neuen Gerichte, die können wir anscheinend wohl noch nicht kochen. Ja, uns fehlt ja so Hühnchen, vor allem. Naja, wie dem auch sei, wie dem auch sei. Gleich mal Zeit für Gericht Nummer 3. Laut dem Lächeln Yan Xiao würde es kein Problem sein, wenn jetzt Gäste kämen, ganz gleich wie irrwitzig sie auch wären. Doch jedes Mal, wenn er es sagt, scheint der Ärger vorprogrammiert zu sein. Tja, wollen wir dann doch erst mal abwarten, wer denn jetzt als nächstes käme. Also ich persönlich würde jetzt mal sagen, jetzt müssten Leute aus Inazuma kommen. Vielleicht ja sogar noch welche aus Mondstadt. Dann hätten wir jetzt eigentlich hier so ungefähr, ja, alle Länder jetzt mal abgearbeitet.
Morning. Time to fire up the stove for another day of customers. Thanks again.
Mit einigen Tagen der Erfahrung im Effekt wird die Arbeit langsam zu deiner
Great work.
Routine.
Well, you're looking more like a head chef every day. Whatever crazy characters come walking through that door, I know you'll be able to handle them.
Wait, no! Every time you say something like that, you jinx it!
Hey, that's not true. Anyway, I didn't mean it like that.
Den erkennen wir auch an der Lache. Arataki Itto.
Dude, what up, bro? I didn't know you were in Liyue too. It's always nice to run into a Brody and a Zoomin fellow. Wait, did I say that right?
Almost. I think you meant fellow Inazuman abroad, boss.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, we gotta look out for each other when we're this far from home, don't we, Ayato?
Oh, Bullchecker! What are you doing here?
Huh? Oh, hey, Flying Lavender Melon! Of the sky-cleaving white iron variety. And my compadre, too! All my buddies in one place! God, today's my lucky day!
Didn't you say you were gonna knuckle down and earn some more when you got home? How come you're back in Liyue so soon?
That could wait. As soon as I announce that Arataki Ito is available for hire, they'll be throwing Mora at me. Right now, I got a more urgent situation to attend to. I'm in the mood for some good, spicy food. Oh, and while we're here, we were gonna also see if Grandmaster Hanakado's okay and whatnot.
Diese Ausdruck auf Shinobis Gesicht scheint zu sagen, frag nicht. Okay, und was mit dir, Ayato?
Not too long ago, I heard a rumor that someone was hosting an Onikabuto fighting contest in Liyue. Naturally, I came here as soon as I could, but alas, it was too late.
What? You missed it? Aw, man, what a bummer!
Quite the bummer, indeed. Though all is not lost. Since you're here, you'll be able to tell me all about it.
Sure thing, my man. But let's catch up over some food, huh? Where's the chef, anyway? Hey, get the chef out here. I got compadres to feed.
Ich bin der Koch.
Yeah, sure. Me too. Wait, what?
Wow, Bullchecker set up that one for us really nicely. Gotta give him some credit for that.
Aber der Küchenchef ist jemand anderes.
Good one, compadre. You almost got me there. All right, well, get the chef out here.
Du und Paimon geht in die Küche und holt lächelnder Yan Chao.
May I take your order? If you're entertaining guests, I can recommend the Palace Jewels, a Trembling Strings and Rushing Reeds, or...
Boss, don't forget the budget.
Yeah, okay. Got anything a little more, down to earth?
Down to earth. Oh, well, we do a mean humbly enough. Real hearty dish with a ton of flavor, and we don't skimp on the portion size either. That'd be the best value for your Mora.
Humbly enough, huh? Oh, sounds like my kind of grub. We'll take that. No need for anything fancy. We're all friends here.
Excellent choice, Ito. I'm no fan of culinary ostentation either. Sometimes a bro just knows,
A bro just knows. Yes, a bro just knows. Bros don't suppose, 'cause bros just knows.
Is this for real? Oh, whatever. Paimon's leaving you guys to it.
Tja, doch mal ran an die Arbeit. Ein schönes, bodenständiges Gericht wird dann jetzt mal zubereitet.
Gotta say, your friend's quite a character. Still, humbly enough isn't that hard to make, so I don't think we'll have any problems with this order.
Actually, why is it called humbly enough anyway? A hearty meat dish is a good start, but in Paimon's experience, one humble dish is never enough.
I said it was hearty, but I never said it contained meat. Don't be fooled by the appearance. It's actually just tofu, made to look and taste like meat.
Tofu?
Wait, tofu's made of beans, isn't it? Oh, Bullchecker can't eat that. Guess we should get them to pick something else instead.
What's the issue? I think I caught the word tofu.
Wait, what are you doing? The kitchen is staff members only. Never mind. I'll let it slide. Ma'am, could you possibly ask your boss to order something else instead?
No one gets my bro Ayato like I do. I hereby declare that humbly enough will be an everlasting symbol of our friendship, or my name ain't Arataki Ito! Hey, where's our food at? Hurry up! I'm almost done recounting the epic adventures of Crimson Staff.
As you can see, changing the order may be a little difficult.
Oh, brother, his whole ego is riding on this, huh? Even if we break the news to him, he'd probably rather eat the tofu than eat his words.
Wir sind also in einer Zwickmühle. Wir müssen dieses Gericht kochen.
Sounds good. I'll make sure he fills up on those. We'll just have to play the rest by ear.
Tja, also gut, dann mal ran in die Arbeit. Genieß das Leben, Ito. Also, dieses vollmundige Gericht der Liyue-Küche ist eine erstklassige Wahl, wenn man ein unvergessliches Festmahl auszurichten wird. Zuallererst benutzt man ein Tofu, mit dem sowohl Farbe als auch Geschmack von Fleisch erzielen kann. Unterfangen, welches ausgewöhnliche Fähigkeiten des Würzens von Seiten des Kochs erfordert. Der Legende nach richtete sich dieses Gericht einst an ältere Menschen, deren Zähne es ihnen leider nicht mehr ermöglichten, in den Genuss von Fleisch zu kommen. Vielleicht ist es ja die Aufgabe des Küchenchefs, dafür zu sorgen, dass sich jeder an seinem Essen zu erfreuen vermag. Naja, ich bin auch nicht gerade ein großer Fan von Tofu. Aber es gibt also schon mal ein paar Sachen, die er sagt, eigentlich ja nicht schlecht sind. Aber im Allgemeinen ziehe ich ein richtiges Stück Fleisch und wirklich, er sagt, ein Stück Tofu vor. Gut, Schneiden abgeschlossen. Jetzt kommt sag mal, wieder das Mischverhältnis. Aber das haben wir dieses Mal auf Anhieb hingekriegt. Allerdings sieht das Ganze immer so aus, als würden wir einfach nur ein Rührei machen. Tja, dann wollen wir doch mal sehen. Nehmen wir das. Und na, die Dekoration könnte noch ein bisschen anders sein. So. Das sieht doch gut aus.
Food's here.
Oh, so this is humbly enough. You guys don't mess around. Woo! Love me that portion size. Come on, compadre, grab a seat. We're all friends here, so don't hold back. I'm just gonna dig right in.
Boss, we should respect the local customs. Here in Liyue, it's polite to let the guests eat first.
Polite? Shinobu, I thought old-timey traditions weren't your style.
Naja, jetzt wo ich in der Küche fertig bin, bin ich auch ein Gast.
Huh? Are you kidding me, compadre? Oh, wait, I get it. The food smells so dang good, now everyone's dying to go first. Well, guess I only got my own good taste to blame. Go on, dive in. I'll wait till last.
Du, Paimon, Ayato und Shinobu bedient euch reichlich am Essen.
I see.
Am Fleisch.
Finally, it's my turn. Woo-hoo! I spy a big chunk of deliciousness with my name on it.
Wait! Don't.
Huh? Wait, what is it now?
Du machst das schon, Paimon.
Okay, here goes. Anyway, so, Paimon forgot to tell you the really cool origin story of this dish.
Origin story? Dude, who cares where it came from? We all know where it's going. Am I right? Down the gullet!
Skipping the origin story is like going traveling without a tour guide. Trust Paimon, you get way more out of the experience after you hear it.
Paimon makes an astute observation. Much as every tea must be appreciated on its own terms, is it not a waste of the chef's goodwill to sample a dish without hearing its tale?
My compadre's goodwill, huh? Oh, can't have that going to waste. All right then, give me the full story. I'm all ears.
That's more like it. Let's start with the ingredients. Actually, no. Let's start with the story of Wang Xuan, which starts with the history of Dihua Marsh.
Now's our chance, Traveler.
Jo, hab's. Während Itto abgelenkt ist, verschlingt du und Shinobu Fleiß das Gerät.
The tale of Dihua Marsh hits hard. People in the past had it pretty rough. Makes you appreciate what you got. Humbly enough, yeah, that's a good way to think about life.
Darn, there's no segue to tofu from here. How did we get so off topic? Well, good news is there's only a little bit left.
Aber wir sind schon fast am Platzen.
Oh, compadre, Shinobu, have you been eating this whole time? Save me some dreads, why don't ya? That's it, I'm done waiting. It's my turn to eat.
Wait, boss, that's made of...
One moment, Ito. I have a small request, if you would be so kind as to consider it. I left home in a hurry and was unable to bring any of my family with me. They've all heard so much about you and are huge admirers of the Arataki gang, so they will be devastated to learn that they missed out on this opportunity. However, if you were willing to let me bring the remaining portion of Humbly Enough back to them, I'm sure it will help to lift their spirits.
Yeah, I don't know.
Boss, you gotta do right by your friends. They're pretty big on that in Liyue. Besides, you did eat quite a lot of the grilled fish while we were waiting for the main course. Including mine and Ayato's.
Huh? Oh, those were for you guys? Ah, dang it! I got too carried away telling that story, didn't I? In that case, pass my regards to your fan, bro. El Chefe, can we get the rest of this to go?
Ja, Ende gut, alles gut.
Count Crushmore. Instant kill. I never knew there were so many elite beetle fighters in Liyue.
Du bist doch nicht wirklich wegen des Käferkampfturniers gekommen, oder?
Can you imagine? That would be tardiness of the most unfashionable variety. No, in truth, this trip is part business, part leisure.
Warum warst du nicht beim Laternenritual dabei?
Every visitor has their own agenda. For some, the festivities are all the more reason to visit. For others, all the more reason to avoid the crowds. In any case, one way or another, I seem to have ended up in the right place at the right time. Now, as for the leftover tofu... Yes, I'm sure Toma will dispose of it as he sees fit.
I have to get back to the docks as soon as this meal is done.
Warum seid ihr dann wirklich nach Liyue gekommen?
Well, thing is...
I can explain. Boss recently found work as a sailor, which allowed him to hitch a ride here. After the ship docked, he had some free time to do as he pleases. He's been using that time to hang out with Grandmaster Hanakato.
Just because he's here already! No other reason!
Na gut, weitere Erklärungen würde ich jetzt nicht erwarten.
Looks like that's all sorted. All right. Take some time to collect yourself. The next big group is coming in.
Gut, der Rest des Tages verläuft dann ohne weitere Zwischenfälle. Also schön, wir hatten jetzt Besucher aus Sumeru, aus Fontaine. Also aus Fontaine, Sumeru, Inazuma. Also jetzt als letztes dürften jetzt nur noch Leute aus Mondstadt kommen. Ich könnte mir dann jetzt vorstellen, dass jetzt wohl Albedo...
All the world holds dear
Eigentlich dann ja
is but a
Klee.
backdrop of constant motion.
Aber wer denn jetzt als drittes? Es könnte aber auch ebenso gut sein, dass er sagt... Dann sagt auch Mona, Fischl. Mona, Fischl. Werden jetzt noch Diona? Das wäre auf jeden Fall auch eine interessante Kombination. Aber vielleicht eine Kombination aus Mona, Fischl und Bennett. Oder vielleicht er sagt Albedo, Klee und Bennett. Oder vielleicht er sagt aus irgendeinem Grund vielleicht Dilluk, Kea und Albedo.
Unchanging.
Mal sehen.
How time flies. My burns are almost healed now, so I should be ready to take back the kitchen tomorrow. You've really gone above and beyond these past few days. Last day today. Here's hoping we get through it without incident.
Why does Paimon feel like you just jinxed us again?
Der Tag vergeht ohne Zwischenfälle.
We made it all the way to the evening. It ended up being a pretty smooth day after all. Maybe it's because we've gotten so experienced at running this whole thing. We've come a long way since our first day on the job, haven't we? Back then, we were struggling to remember who ordered what. But everything's a piece of cake now.
Naja, der Tag ist noch nicht vorbei.
Yeah, but who would come by this late in the evening? Actually, now that Paimon thinks of it, Lenny and his siblings came around about this time the first day, didn't they?
Okay, auch eine Abenteuergruppe, mit der ich jetzt so nicht gerechnet hatte. Jula, dann er sagt Mika und zu der letzte er sagt Amber.
Traveler? Paimon? Fancy seeing you two here.
Amber? And Yula and Mika too! Are you here for dinner? Why so late in the day?
We just finished an escort mission for a merchant caravan. The original plan was to make do with some rations for this evening and continue our trek north towards Stonegate. But Captain Yula brought up the fact that none of us have eaten Liyue cuisine for quite some time. We thought we might as well swing by the inn and see if we can still order something.
Ooh, so this is Yula's treat, huh?
We've been eating the same rations for the entire trip, so I simply thought it was high time we had ourselves a proper meal. Do you have a problem with that?
Überhaupt nicht. Willkommen im Gasthaus Wangshu.
Good question. What should we get? Wait a sec. Where are you taking our order?
The Traveler's been filling in for the chef here. You came at just the right time. You'll be the last customers to enjoy her cooking before the original chef takes back the reins.
Wow, really? Good thing Eula suggested we come here. I wouldn't want to miss this. So, what shall we get? I'm not as familiar with Liyue cuisine as I used to be. Mika, Eula, what are you in the mood for?
Anything goes. I'm just looking forward to trying the honorary knight's cooking for myself. I'm sure it'll be a great learning opportunity for me.
Something small, I suppose. We have to hit the road again after we eat. Beyond that, anything goes.
Wasn't it your idea to come here, though? Eesh, this is like getting blood from a stone. All right, guess it's up to you, Amber. You name it, we'll cook it.
Huh? Then I guess... I don't really mind either. Anything goes.
Ah!
Ja, die letzten schwierigen Gäste. Dann muss Yan Shao jetzt mal wieder sagen, was gemacht wird.
Anything goes, huh? Oh dear. This is a chef's worst nightmare. With no idea of your customers' palates, you're left to make a wild guess. Still, now that you've worked in the kitchen for so many days, I have faith that you'll be able to figure it out. Go on. Show them what you've got.
Mal sehen, lass mich mal nachdenken. Was mögen sie? Wonach könnte es sie verlangen? Tja, bereite einfach irgendetwas zu. Tja, das Gericht unserer Wahl lautet jetzt also einfach irgendwas. Ein aus Schinken, Vogeleiern und anderen Zutaten zubereitetes, simples Gericht mit rauchigem Aroma, das mit Reis gebraten wird. Angeblich gilt gebratener Reis in der Liyue-Küche oft als erste Wahl, wenn man nicht weiß, was man essen soll. Wenn man die freie Wahl aus einer Vielzahl von Zutaten hat, noch zu erwähnen bleibt, dass dieses vermeintlich einfache Gericht hervorragend die allgemeinen Fähigkeiten des Kochs auf die Probe stellen kann. Denn es heißt, dass nur ein Küchenchef mit der richtigen Mischung aus Können und Herz den Geschmack von zu Hause vermitteln kann. Tja, da mal an die Arbeit. Endlich können wir Rührei machen. So wie wir es bei den anderen Gerichten eigentlich schon immer gemacht haben. Aus irgendeinem Grund. Gut, die Schneidarbeit ist abgeschlossen. Jetzt kommt erstmal wieder das Mischverhältnis, wodurch das Ganze erstmal wieder aussieht, als würden wir ein Ei verquirlen. Gut, die fertig gemixte Eierhalten. Natürlich. Endlich kommt das Rührei. Tja, und fertig ist ein leckeres Reisgericht.
This is delicious. Perfectly seasoned, and even the rice is bursting with flavor.
Nothing like a piping hot meal served straight from the stove. I've missed this.
You've put the finest Favonian field rations to shame, and that's no mean feat. So, tell us, traveler, what's this one called?
It's called... Paimon's guessing we can't just call it anything goes, right? Oh, hell, Paimon doesn't know how to explain this dish at all. It's got no name, it's just basic ingredients simply cooked.
Basic ingredients? Simply cooked? Really? I could have sworn that you put something fancy in here. Or gave it some kind of chef's magic touch.
Naja, es ist nicht das feinste Gericht der Welt.
Not the finest dish in the world, but the one they need right now. Okay, you've lost Paimon. What do you mean?
Ihr seid schon lange unterwegs.
So you mean we only think this is delicious because we're so hungry? There's got to be more to it than that.
Perhaps the fact that the aroma of freshly cooked hot food is a welcome change from cold, pre-prepared rations.
Oh, kinda like the feeling of waking up to the smell of freshly baked bread in the morning? Huh, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's almost like we're back at Good Hunter again.
But Good Hunter's in Mondstadt. Why make a point of trying lyric cuisine if you can't even taste the difference?
Oh, I'm not talking about the taste. I just meant the feeling of comfort, you know? It's like the feeling of coming home.
Comfort. Coming home. Well, Yanxiao did say we want to make our guests feel right at home.
Ja, jeder hat seine eigenen Vorlieben. Sich in die Position eines jeden Gastes zu versetzen und herauszufinden, was er möchte. Und es ist die Leidenschaft eines Kochs, der seinen Gästen ein Lächeln aufs Gesicht zaubert.
So in other words, the secret ingredient is passion?
Despite how terribly cliched that sounds, I'll admit that it holds true for this meal. Well played. Mark my words, I'll remember this recipe.
Okay, but you can't really have a recipe without a name though, right? Have we come up with a name for this dish yet?
Habt ihr irgendwelche Ideen?
How about right at home?
Also, damit bin ich zufrieden.
The rations we brought were adapted for my signature moon pies. To come up with something even tastier, I gotta hand it to you. You did a great job. Still, please do drop by and try a few Stormcrest pies next time you're in town. I insist.
Amber?
Sorry. I zoned out just now. Didn't see you coming.
Hast du was auf dem Herzen?
Yeah, that food you cooked for us just now? It reminded me of the meals my grandfather used to make for me. I thought I'd forgotten how they tasted, but it all came rushing back. He used to make Liyue dishes all the time. I'd do my outrider training with him until the evening, then wait patiently at the dinner table. I'd sit there with the smell of delicious food wafting in from the kitchen, waiting for him to finally emerge with the goods. Sometimes we'd have Eula around for dinner, and even though she'd always find something to complain about, I could tell she really enjoyed the food.
Vielleicht ist das der wahre Grund für ihren Vorschlag.
Your words, not mine. Don't ask her about it. She'll only give you another earful.
Gut, und zum krönenden Abschluss noch Mika.
Back when I was on the expedition with the Grand Master, I was often put in charge of cooking. Under the circumstances, I could only cook some pretty crude meals. But everyone still enjoyed them a lot. Maybe passion was the secret ingredient then too.
Tja, wer weiß. Und dann darüber hinaus, in ein paar Monaten, ist es dann ja jetzt auch endlich mal so weit, dass wir mal den Großmeister Waka kennenlernen. Würde ich mal sagen.
There you are. Thank you for all of your hard work over the past few days.
Mit Vergnügen. Vorausgesetzt, ich werde noch bezahlt, versteht sich.
Straight down to brass tacks, are we? Here, take it. I've thrown in a little extra as well. Call it a bonus. Hard work is rewarded here.
Yay! It's like all the tiredness and stress have suddenly melted away.
I'm just lucky you only worked on this job for a few days. At the rate you were progressing, a few more weeks and I think I might be made redundant.
Ich freue mich darauf, deine Küche in Zukunft wieder zu probieren.
Anytime. Bring some friends with you next time and I'll show you all what Smiley Yenshao can do when working with both hands intact.
Great! Although, just to be on the safe side, cook carefully in the meantime. You may have just jinxed it again.
Gut, damit hätten wir jetzt also auch unser kleines Kochabenteuer auch abgeschlossen. Und war also auch recht unterhaltsam gewesen. Tja, so viel dazu. Dann jetzt als nächstes können wir jetzt einfach bloß noch mal wieder ein Schlüsselfragment dann gleich mal abholen. Und dann mal sehen. Das war also doch noch nicht so ganz richtig, wie man ja sehen kann. Wir haben gerade mal die Hälfte wieder. Aber gut, für den nächsten Part, da werden wir jetzt auch die andere Hälfte des Schlüssels beisammen kriegen. Und dann mal sehen, was für ein Einladungsereignis wir dann erst auch nochmal machen werden. Generell haben wir jetzt recht wenig von Heiso bisher mitgekriegt, abgesehen von dem einen Event. Mit den Yokais, mit diesem einen Spiel. Ja, da hatten wir bis jetzt wirklich nicht gerade sehr viel von ihm mitgekriegt. Das wäre dann auf jeden Fall das nächste Ziel. So oder so, das war jetzt erstmal das Koch-Mini-Event der aktuellen Version. Und im nächsten Part, ja, dann wollen wir doch mal sehen, was der Sack hier mit der helitastischen Erkundungstour auf sich hat. Darauf bin ich auch schon mal gespannt.